And now it's time for Coach's Comments, presented by Southside Auto Tech. Cristiano Simonetta with you, joined alongside by Stars head coach and GM Chris Michael. And Mike's a big win for your club on Sunday afternoon, a 3-2 overtime win over the best team in the Western Conference. Nikolai Mayorov, 2 goals. He tied the game in the third. He won it 2-10 into overtime. What have you seen from number 29 in these last stretch of games? I know we've talked about it a couple of times, but it's a big-time moment and a big-time game to tie up the game on a breakaway and then just go far side on a 2-on-1.
Yeah, we talked about it in between the periods there. We didn't have our legs today. We weren't very good, I'll be honest with you. Not to our standard, but big-time players find a way to make big-time plays when we need it the most. And that's what Nicky Mayorov has done over the last month or so now. That's why we gave up a lot to get him. He's that dynamic of a player, and you see it. He did a great job anticipating a loose puck there in our own zone, and he kind of sprung, and we found him for that breakaway to tie it, and that's a big move. I think he had me fooled. I thought he was just going to try to blast it through the back of the net, and he ended up going forehand, backhand there, and nice little play. And then in overtime, on that 2-on-1, if you watch the play back, you can tell how offensive-minded and how dynamic he is offensively, where most players will settle being out in the dot lane there, and he did a great job taking his ice to the inside, creating a better shooting lane for himself and a better angle, and he's a big-time goal scorer, man. Like, he just ripped that in a perfect spot that I don't care who you are in net, like that's a tough spot to stop. So credit to him. He's been on fire lately. We want to keep him going, but as far as our team, we need to get our energy back, and we need to be way better for 60 straight minutes than we were today. But, hey, that's a sign of a team that's growing and a team that's learning how to stick with it and fight through the adversity and find a way to win hockey games. I've come up here and talked to you plenty about not dealing with the adversity the right way, and we were finding ways to lose. And, it's awesome for these guys. It gives them the validity that if you do stick to the script and if you do stick to our process, good things will happen, even on your not-so-best nights.
How are you able to fill the void from both Jack O'Leary and Gleb Barem? You have guys who had big games last night against Omaha. They were suspended for today's game, but how did the group pick up the slack and grind away 2 points?
To be honest with you, I don't know if we did. Jack O'Leary's almost unreplaceable, to tell you the truth. Like, his energy, his leadership, his compete, everything he does, he just goes a million miles an hour, and he finds ways to disrupt plays without the puck and create offense with it. And and that might be a reason why we're a little flat today, not having that presence. And Gleb has been as hot of a player as we've had here for the last few weeks. So those are 2 big voids, and we talked about next man up. We've been dealing with that all year with our D-core, and today was the forwards' turn. And I'm not going to sit here and say that we completely picked up the slack for those 2 guys, but we found a way, and that's the positive.
Aiden McCarthy, also a big game for him. He lost in overtime against Waterloo, gets a big OT winner, and he's had a couple of big saves late in these games. How has the goaltending core started to take even more shape as we grind down the rest of the season?
Well, it starts with our goalie coach. AJ's done a phenomenal job coming in here halfway through the year, cleaning up a mess that was created. And he's done a great job communicating with our 2 goalies and getting them to believe in themselves again, and not just doing the same old stuff every time he comes into town. Like, he has a plan for them. Yeah, he printed out these sheets with them, and when he's gone, he's still reminding them of things even when he's not around. So our goaltending performance has grown dramatically since we added AJ to our staff. And but you know what? Credit goes to Aiden as well, and Ryan. Like, these guys have elevated their game. Their process in the week and during practice has been even better. And I knew Aiden was going to have a really good game today. When I texted him this morning and asked him if he was ready to go, his response was classic, and I'll leave it at that, the PG version. But I knew he was ready to dial it in, seal the pipes for us, and give us a chance, and that's what he did. So we're extremely proud of him. He's had probably a year that he would want to be better at, but you know what? He's still competing, and on a 3:05 Sunday afternoon game, he comes in, shuts the door, and gives us a chance to win. So we're extremely proud of him.
First 3-game winning streak of 2020-21. Is that a good birthday present for you?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's a better birthday present for Jack O'Leary, though. It's about the players, and it's nothing to really celebrate when you get up to my age, But for a kid like Jack, turning 21, you only do that once. So to not be in the lineup absolutely stunk. And then finding out the way we did, and it's so late in our process. But the boys picked him up. Mayor picked them up. Those two have a long relationship dating back to their CR days, so it's only fitting Mayor finishes it off for Jackie, and the boys get to go out and have some fun tonight the right way. But credit to them. And yeah, that is our first 3-game winning streak. We're not going to settle for this. We're going to go for 4 on Thursday and pick up our process again this week and try to be better than we were today.
Stars GM and head coach Chris Michael. That was Coach's Comments presented by Southside Auto Tech. Lincoln wins 3-2 in overtime. Nikolai Mayorov, his 13th goal of the year, 2:10 into the extra frame.